Hey folks, I'm here with my Dark Elf group, and before I start anything, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for being the best viewers you can possibly be and for having a sense of humor. I'm sure a lot of you saw my little video that I did on April 1st, and everybody took it as it was meant to be, just as humor, as a joke. Nobody got mad. Thank you. Honestly, I was a little concerned. I'm like, should I do this? Should I not? I'm not that much of a prankster. Yeah, I joke around a lot, but as far as sort of that kind of a joke where I try to be as serious as possible, I'm not good at it. So hopefully there was, a dead giveaway there, and most people knew. I kind of thought it would have been fun to hang out in a cannon to see if people were going down there looking for the tattoo parlor or not. But I had to work and do other things. So I'm glad that everybody enjoyed my attempted humor. Thank you. So I've been meaning to do this video a bit, and I'm finally at that point with my Dark Elf group. We're level 53, where we can talk to Franklin Teak here in POK and do the level 55 mission. I'm going to get the level 51 as well. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that because I already did one where we went to Old Sibyllus, but I don't remember doing one going to the Deep. And the Deep is one of those where if you're not familiar with the maps and stuff and how to get there, you might not really know how to get there. So I thought, well, this would actually be great. I could do a Let's Play that actually shows people in detail how to get to the Deep. And that's my goal with this one. It's like how to find the Deep, because it is currently a hot zone, and it can be helpful to people to know how to get to that hot zone. If it sounds like I'm stalling, I am, because I'm trying to make sure I get the quests on each one of my guys here, because as you know, my Dark Elf team is the one where I will 3-box. And I want you all to remember, just because I'm 3-boxing sometimes doesn't mean that that's how Everquest is now, because on occasion I get comments on my 3-boxing videos saying, oh, this is why I don't play Everquest anymore. Everybody's just 3-boxing. That's not true. If you were to join our guild, for example, there's people grouping up every single day now, and at all different levels. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really proud of that too, because it's something that I started. I'm not going to take full credit because it's all the awesome members. But I can say, well, at least they're here because I started the guild and they joined the guild. I'd like to think that eventually they would have joined another guild, right? Where they would have found each other and grouped together, but I don't know. So I'm glad. But it's all of them. It's everybody putting in the effort and working together to create the thing, One person alone does not ever create a thing. Kind of like stone soup. I might have put the rock in the cauldron, but everyone else put the real ingredients. I just put a rock. Okay? So anyway, if you're familiar with the story of stone soup. So here is a good sort of landmark, Crescent Reach, the Crescent Reach stone. Although, if you're on a TLP, Crescent Reach stone might not be there. But this is sort of the neutral side, right? Because there is the soul binder over there. So we want to go away from the soul binder, down this way, and go to the Nexus. The Nexus stone is what we want, which that's probably a really good landmark right there, honestly. So we're going to click on the Nexus stone, folks. Again, we're headed to the Deep. So here we are in the Nexus. Oh, hey, there's a little rat guy over here. 23rd anniversary. Maybe I'll have to try that at some point, see what it is. we go straight across from when you zone in from POK, straight across to Shadow Haven. If you look here, it says Shadow Haven. And that's where we want to go to get to the deep. Alright. We are now in Shadow Haven. As soon as you get into Shadow Haven, you want to turn to the right. So when you land, you're here and you're facing that wall. You want to turn to the right and go this way, where you're looking at Lookout Balambo and Delron, and we're going to go straight this way. So it's basically, you know, Munchkin Town or whatever. It's where all the halflings, gnomes, and dwarves live. And I keep getting my character stuck on walls, and I know why. It's because the rogue was sneaking, so they were running extra slow. So here we go around this big gazebo. That's all we want to do, but you're basically going straight across, and you see here where it says Echo Caverns. That's where we want to head to, and straight on into Echo. Once we're in Echo, we want to start going this way, which is west. Let me hit auto follow on my characters here. So you're just gonna basically go straight, and I believe that there's not a lot of mobs here that can attack you. There's like one or two along this path anyway, but there's nothing really terrible. It's not until we get to the deep where we really have to be alert. Although it does look like there are some named that spawn in this area. If you look over there, those are the mobs, but they're light green. And we're just going to sort of follow along this wall and veer to the left. And then we're going to go straight. And you see up here is the deep. Yes, that is where we want to go. And this is the absolute easiest way to get there. I don't know of an easier way, because there are 2 other tunnels that lead to the deep, but they lead to some weird place in the deep that you can't get to the place which is here from there. If you can, I don't know it, because I've tried and it's like freaking impossible and really really annoying, because there's like a little outpost somewhere in the deep, but I can never find out how to get out of that outpost. It's really just awful. So we want to kill thought horror evokers, right? And I think what I might do is try to invis everybody with superior camo. That's the best I have at the moment. And unfortunately, it's not really working out, because I've been neglecting my casting ability to be able to cast this stupid spell. This is why you should, after like, I don't know, 5 or 10 levels, if you level up really fast, you might want to just sit around POK for a little bit and practice your casting abilities. Because my divination is only at 100 right now. So one of my invisibilities already dropped. I think I'm just going to do Gather Shadows on the Shadow Knight, because at least that one seems to last a decent amount of time. And I know my rogue can hide and sneak, but when they hide and sneak, they do walk slower. So that's kind of a problem. So you see these guys are already conning at level 50, and it looks like somebody's been through here recently. In fact, there's someone that's still here. A level 8 warrior. How is a level 8 warrior running through here? And more so, are they actually killing things here? Okay. Is this a named because he managed to see me? I don't know if my invisibility dropped or what. I'm going to set the main tank as the main tank here. We got some mushrooms attacking us. And I did not have my self set as main assist right away, so there was a little problem with my other tunes assisting, but everything's okay now. And let me try to snare that guy. Okay, so we survived our first attack here. Going to try to invis everybody again. At the very least, I'll get some practice on my divination skill. Fortunately, I did buff everybody before leaving PLK, so I have some level 65 buffs on these level 53 characters. And it helps. It helps getting some beefier buffs for your team. Alright, gonna continue here. Oh shit. Why am I getting attacked? I had everybody invis. This is gonna be a lot harder and a lot more time consuming if I can't use invisibility. But hey, viewers, if you're watching, I guess be careful. Invisibility might not work. I do know that there's some things here that can see through invisibility. These should not be one of them. So either invisibility is dropping really, really quickly and randomly for no damn reason, or there's something else going on. So I'm going to pay extra attention this time to make sure each character that I'm casting invis on does not have auto attack on still or something like that. Okay, I hit consider on some of these, and it does not say that they can see me. So let's just hope. Okay, now we're going to go to the right here. He can't see me. He can't see me. So I'm trying to hit consider on everything just to ensure that I don't get mobbed by like a dozen different creatures. See, even the thought horrors can't see me. So these are thought horror leeches. I need the evokers. And so I want to head here towards the fake bridge area. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe the invis was dropping because everything went fine after that. Or maybe someone randomly was casting C invis on all these mobs. I don't know, guys. I have no idea. Because you can buff a monster if you charm it briefly, and then you could do whatever you want to it. I didn't even think to look if they had C invis, because you could click on a monster and see what buffs are on it. And I didn't even think to look. I might have to look. Maybe I'll notice when I'm fighting them later, when I'm editing the video. Thought Horror Evoker. Okay. So let's turn off auto follow. Let's turn on puller, because I could have sworn that I saw one of these that was an actual evoker. Oh, that's a thought leech evoker, not a thought horror evoker. Okay, very different things. So that being settled, do not try to cross this crystal looking bridge. Do not. It is a trap. That bridge is just an illusion. It is not really there. If you walk across, you die. You fall to your death. It is just a massive pit. And I wouldn't be surprised if there weren't like stacks of bodies there, because people just kind of go with what's obvious. However, if you look here, these two pillars that go all the way up to the ceiling, this pretty much marks where the bridge is. And if you walk straight across, it's an invisible bridge. But to be extra safe, we look at the map here. And if you do look at the map, you will see that what I'm doing will actually take me straight across. I will risk it and turn on auto follow and make sure my guys are following. Although you want to make sure auto follow is good and that you have your max frames per second background frames on your auto follow characters set to max, so you don't accidentally do one of those stupid loop-de-loop things and fall off the side. So you see, we ran across just fine. There's even There's even that one mercenary just... I think that was my tank, actually. So let me turn off puller for now, so my tank stays closer to the group. I'm going to recast invisibility, just to be sure everybody's invis. Alright, there we go. And remember, you don't have to cast invisibility on mercenaries. Nothing will attack them if they don't see you. So we want the horror evokers. I think we pass that first one and keep going. And we keep going until we see the next entrance. There's one. There is a thought horror evoker right exactly there. So I think I'm going to risk getting a little bit closer here and sort of make this where I camp. Maybe if I jump, get up on that rock, I'll be able to see this guy to pull him with a spell, and it worked. Gonna try to snare him in case he tries to run away. And there we got credit for our first thought horror evoker on this little simple task. We might get 2 of them, but I'm confident that I can handle 2. We got lucky, we only got the one guy, and he's down. So we're gonna get this guy here. So only the evokers count. As you see, we still only have 1 out of 5, so we gotta find more thought horror evokers. Sometimes I get lucky and the Shadow Knights Dooming Darkness will land, and it seems to override my snare. So I'm only going to snare with the Ranger when that doesn't land. Here's another thought horror evoker, and he's an even con, so he is level 53. Oh, seriously, man? Come on. No, back up. So I might need to set puller again for myself. And this douchebag stunned me. I started spinning slowly. Oh, I was wondering why that rogue, like, ran and started... It looked like it was fighting the tank for a second. But no. We got aggro from another guy. Alright. Getting 2.7% XP per kill. That's pretty good. You'll see it does not say with a bonus anymore because the double XP or the XP bonus is gone now, sadly. That's a shiny looking rock. You gotta sometimes get up along the wall. Damn it, we got 2. Stop hitting me, you piece of crap. I gotta go and help my tank. You just came along. It's like, go fight the tank. They're the ones cursing your name and swearing your heritage or your mother or something. Alright, this guy has not yet been snared by the Shadow Knight, so I'm snaring him with the Ranger. Because these guys might run. I think they do. I'm still not well. Yes, I've been officially sick for over a month. It's really horrible. I don't know why. Us YouTubers are meant to suffer. It's our lot in life. I feel like a droid. I upgraded some of the gear on my team. Like I made sure to give everybody an intricate recurve bow that was made by Fez that procs a little life tap thing. And I upgraded anybody who had like an ornate weapon made by Fez. I upgraded it to an intricate weapon made by Fez. I should have done that actually at 51, but you know, it doesn't always happen. I don't always have time to do all this stuff. Why is gaming so time consuming? I'd like to know. It just feels like there's never enough time in the day to game, to make videos. Basically anything I enjoy seems to make time go by really, really quickly. And things that I don't really enjoy, like driving for Uber, well, that seems to take forever. It could be like one trip and it will feel like I am on that one trip for hours. It really it depends on the passenger too. Sometimes I get these really good passengers. They're friendly, they like to chat, and we'll have a nice talk about something. And they leave the car smiling. I drop them off smiling. You know, it's a very friendly interaction. I'm like, okay, they weren't in my car nearly long enough, right? But then there's passengers where they don't say a thing, or they'll talk and they'll say everything that I just don't want to hear. So here we have our 4th evoker, and of course we get 2, and I think I leveled up because I heard a ding. These guys kind of look like something out of either like Predator or Star Wars, honestly. Maybe sort of a mashup between the two. Because, you know, he's got those weird head testicles sticking out that reminds you of the whole Predator thing, you know, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff. And, but then he's got these weird back spikes, which makes me not want to stand behind him, honestly. And these spells, these are Luckland era spells, so they're not of any great value, but you could sell them. They'll be worth a little bit of plat. Sell them to just any merchant. But if you were on a TLP, you know, some of the spells might be worth something. Especially if the Luckland expansion just opened, they'd be worth a lot. Oh wow, there's Elder Horror Fangs, or Thought Horrors. You know, I'm pretty sure YouTube has a feature that can create subtitles for videos. I'm not the most excellent speaker. I think I mumble some words on occasion, and I worry. I worry, maybe that's something I can look into. I worry about what Google thinks I'm saying. Like when I say thought horror, there's another word that they might think I'm saying. So I'm curious. I might have to wait until this thing gets automatically scripted, or whatever the word is that where it gets the subtitles added, and then rewatch it then with the subtitles enabled to see what it does. Because when I talk to my phone, which I do often, I'm too lazy to type. Not to mention, when I'm talking to the phone, it usually gets the spelling correct, at least. Although it doesn't always get the word correct. It'll spell everything right, but it might be writing the incorrect word, like a word that I didn't actually say. And it happens so often. I wish I kind of saved screenshots now so I could share all the examples, because I'm sure they would be funny to the viewers. So this is a horror guard. Unfortunately, he's standing up against a stupid rock, and it's making it so my guys can't attack the stupid thing, because nobody could get behind them. So I had to pull away. So they do walk away. This guy's trying to walk away because he never got snared. So the rogue is very obviously stuck on that damn rock right there. Just make sure I turned off sneak. Oh great, these are all redcons. These are all the elders. I did not know that I was walking right. These are level 62, man. I might try to use harm touch on one of these, but it's not going to be one of the ones that's like almost dead already. Alright, let's try to harm touch this one. Okay. It did something. Oh, that one dirty ass is attacking the cleric. Got to activate one of my poisons here. For the rogue, anyway. Ooh, the Shadow Knight could use the poison as well. I'm not going to get credit for these guys. I should be getting some sweet XP from them, though. I guess I'll find out when this one drops. 4.178. I guess it was okay. It wasn't too bad to kill him. Okay, we're gonna go this way. There we go. There's evokers. That's what I need. Of course, we're gonna get 2 of them right away because they're right on top of each other. There's like no possible way to get one. They're like Pringles. I bet you can't pull just one. And there we go. We got our reward. I already have all the flawed parts that I need though. So let's check each one of these. Make sure everybody has the flawed or better. The rogue can use the flawed shoulders. So flawed combatants pauldron. Yep. That's exactly what they need. Alright, I chose some rewards and got my XP. And maybe we'll go and kill a few more just to try to get a level or something. But this is how you find the deep. It's not that hard. Follow my little guide and it'll get you there with no problems at all. If you found this video helpful, please leave it a thumbs up. It would really help me out, help get the video in front of more Everquest players. My light is doing weird things. I don't know if the battery pack is causing problems or what, but it's flickering a little bit like a candle. Believe me, I do not have a candle like burning right now. It's just my lamp. Maybe if I had more viewers, I could afford better lighting. So think about it, folks. You might want to subscribe to help me out. Help me buy a lamp. You could leave a super thanks, maybe. Your super thanks is like a little tip or donation. That would help me buy a lamp. And I slowed this guy before he ran away. You could look at the links below my video. There's a link to Patreon, Patreon patrons, and channel members if you want to be a membership on the channel. They all get special perks and privileges, like a link to join the private Discord. Discord's where we all hang out and chat with each other every day. It's usually where we talk about getting our groups together. Sometimes we talk about that in guild, in game. But the thing is, at least with the Discord, you could be like, hey, you know, I'm looking to get a level 80 group together. Who has a level 80? And everybody could, you know, then just be like, oh yeah, me, I'll join. And it doesn't matter what character you're currently on, because you could switch to that level 80. That's one of the things I like about Discord. Not sponsored, but we do use them a lot. I would like to thank all my current YouTube channel members and Patreon patrons for your support and your continued support. Those of you who have not only subscribed but resubscribed month after month, you are my absolute heroes. Thank you. Thank you very much. I see you, I acknowledge you, and I appreciate you. And thank you all for watching. Have a great day and a wonderful tomorrow. What's that? What's that? Oh, it's you. You look good. Just had to say.
3 dark elves on the moon, in a cavern, and the only light is a torch. The torch may as well be a candle. In this darkness the light just fades. The dark walls crawl and the shadows creep. We're off to find and destroy 5-thought horror evokers on the moon of Lucklin. The moon of Lucklin. The tunnels meander north and south, and sometimes east to west. Look over there, it's a monster. Okay, now it's dead. The